Man, it's getting emotional here at Gamers8 2023. Street Fighter 6 really started to take form in these groups. We're already saying goodbye to some of the best players in the world. It's emotional, it's sad, but it is what it is. Street Fighter, a brutal game. You can be in elation 1 minute and out the next. And I'm here to go through those emotions with none other than my West Coast homies, Vicious and Ringe, back again. Guys, we missed you, man. Good to have you. I'm loving the color coordination. I didn't get the memo, guys. I did not get the memo. This is lovely.
I feel like we always send you the memo, but it's somehow lost.
That's such a lie. That is
he tries to act like our close friend.
Don't listen to that. That is such a lie.
You don't read the newsletter that we send you?
He doesn't even read the WhatsApp.
Get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here, man. I know your surname. What's my surname?
I don't know what it is.
There you go. Jeremy Lopez.
I did it for his protection.
Wow.
I did it for his
That's
protection.
what I thought.
And he puts his government. He puts my government out there for it.
Dude, you are literally. Come on, man. You're Mr. Street Fighter. Your name's everywhere. Get out of here.
Your name is in the game.
He's so humble. He is so humble.
I forget sometimes.
I mean, he forgets. He runs a hot bath and puts on Street Fighter 6 and puts on his own voice.
I put on Tasty Steve, all right?
Oh, yeah.
I do put on Tasty Steve and James Chen. Okay.
Wait, how do I get
Come on, man. Come on now. I'm working on it, right? Let's talk about the games, please.
I love working with these guys. I love working with these guys. Okay, first one coming up this segment, guys. We've got some banging matches determining whether these guys are going to stay in or out. Some players are already out of there. We got Problem X versus Big Bird as the first one. Huge match for Problem X. Highly unlikely to qualify, but if he wins this, he keeps himself a very small outside chance. Needs a 2-0 as well, realistically, because we're taking game differentiation into account when putting the placing in the groups as well. Ringe, what do you think of this one?
Man, Problem X and Big Bird. It's going to be tough for Problem. I'm trying to think of his character selection. We've seen the Blanco, we've seen the Lily, right? But none of those things really strike me as something that would instill fear in Big Bird's Marisa, right? So because of that, I think it's looking a little long for Mans to borrow one from your playbook, but nonetheless, he'll be able to pull it off. He's one of the best players in the world, right? So hopefully he kind of brings himself up into that standard.
That's what I'm looking forward to, right? We've seen a plethora of characters already on the side of Problem X, by the way, but none of them have really gelled to the strategy that he wants to implement just yet. But there's still plenty of time. Again, we talked about those implications of being 1-3 thus far, but I still do have faith in the man from the UK.
Yeah, he really needed that win against Knuckle Dude to keep things in his control. Things are out of his control now. He needs things to go his way, but at the very least, he needs to try and win this one to have an outside chance of making it. So that's a juicy one, but I mean, Big Bird. I mean, we just had a feature on the kid before we came back from break. I mean, and by the way, the transformation not only in the game, but that guy looks unrecognizable.
Physically, man.
The physical transformation.
Dude, it looks like an athlete.
Yo, fit FGC. Take note, guys.
I saw the tweet of them like going to their first tournament, and now I was like, who's who, bro? I don't even recognize them. It is wild to see their growth.
3 times the size now for both. Genuinely.
Legitimately.
Yeah, the pecs are out of control. So yeah, big up those guys and the fit FGC and everyone who stands by it. I mean, maybe one day, guys. I'm not one of them.
We're all working on it, right?
Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there.
Slow but
One step at a time.
I believe you. It's the bulking phase. I mean, that's what's important.
And then we have Kills You with it all to do in his match. I mean, he had a pretty decent day one. It's all gone pear-shaped today. He's up against Angry Bird. Now, we've seen Angry Bird is human, but it's a big ask.
No doubt, right? We've seen, well, some of you may not have seen it, but you've heard the news around the world over on Stream B. Angry Bird fell short to Vega Patch in what looked to be a big mental warfare, to be honest with you, and Vega Patch had the pop-off. But we're talking about Angry Bird now, one of the big prospects of taking it because of his performance over at EVO. Currently sitting at 3-1, he was the big dog of the group, but again, you mentioned it, he does bleed. Kills You, however, also in that predicament of 1-3. He fell just short in the matches prior over on Stream A. I'm kind of curious to see where he's going to come back with that jury, and that's a big character in the current meta. It's what are you going to bring to the table that Angry Bird hasn't already seen?
Exactly. I want to see if he's kind of powered up by the fact that he's down in the dumps right now, right? 1-3, as you mentioned, that's kind of where you get to the point where you need these W's to stay alive, to keep it in your control, as you lovely put it. But in this case, Angry Bird coming off that match against Vega Patch, I feel like he's going to be even more motivated than usual.
So Big Ass Kills You sitting at the bottom there, 1-3. MOV was bottom of the table, 0-2, I think, yesterday, or 0-3. He's now 2-3. He's moved into third place.
Wow.
He's literally just shot right up. So Kills You is just, I don't think he could have imagined this. So he's got all to do. He really needs to win this match. And then, of course, we move on to the next group where it's all to play for. Every single group we have here, guys, is all to play for. And we have none other than going up against Hot Diggity Dog. This is a hot one. Daigo on absolute fire, 3-0. No one's been able to touch him so far. But what do you think of this one, guys?
I'm looking forward to this one a lot, honestly. Daigo and Hot Dog. And Daigo has seemed so in control, right, of all of his matches so far. I want to see the chaos that Hot Dog brings, especially with the DJ. I think he can get into his face really quickly, make Daigo uncomfortable. But is Daigo ever uncomfortable? My man's been playing fighting games for like 25 years. It just seems like he's ready for everything.
I don't think you've seen his player intro from day one. There's nothing more uncomfortable than just seeing him just kind of nonchalantly walk over. He's like, oh, is it my turn to play yet? Oh, I'm ready to go. Okay, I guess so. He even walked up to Rob to me. He's like, do I go up there? But in all seriousness, though,
by the way.
We've talked about the kind of chaotic nature that can be DJ, right? There's a lot to kind of consider. But Daigo's been kind of chaotic himself, if you haven't noticed. He's been throwing out a lot of I guess Ume Shoryus, not OD Shoryus. You have to go back to the actual original. Ume Shoryus have been a big part of the game plan, but he still manages to clutch it out and throw a lot of people off guard. So it really is up to Hot Dog to kind of match the pace that Daigo's playing mentally.
Absolutely, and Hot Dog can obviously go very close to top place here if he can get to 3-1 instead of 2-1. Try and put a dent in that Daigo record right now, the perfect record of Daigo. If you're going to stop the momentum, now's the time. Because right now, he's in a position where he's still a bit vulnerable. Yeah. You know, and Daigo's going to run away with this, and he's got to duke it out with the rest. If you can win this, suddenly you bring Daigo into the equation, and, you know, you're both fighting to try and qualify. It gives you a better chance. So it's quite a big match for Hot Dog. Although they're in a better position, I must say, than Four Phils and Luffy, who are also in this group, and just not looking good at all.
Yeah, man. Definitely running into some trouble. I mean, they got some top contenders in their way, right? Daigo and Hot Dog, I mean, they're not in the slouch at ever. And because of that, I mean, yeah, tough draw, but that's what this competition's all about, right? Like rising to the occasion, getting the best possible practice there is, and we got the best players in the world here to duke it out.
We got one more group to look at, guys, in this segment. Very exciting one coming up. Vicious, I know you're looking forward to this. It's Oil King taking on Takamura. Oil King 0-3, bro, in his group. I don't think anyone saw that coming. Takamura, the legend from Belgium, one of the crowd's favorites, coming here and doing his thing with Ken. He can actually send Oil King out of the tournament. What do you think about that, Vish?
That's actually quite the opposite of what I expected from Oil King, considering his past performance over at EVO Weekend, man. He's been looking nothing but spectacular, but it's been Takamura to kind of throw the wrench in the gears to a lot of the other players as well. It's not going to be the first time, I feel like, that they're going to be facing off against each other in this competition, but I'm really looking forward to seeing the run back between these two. It's going to be a toss-up, but Oil King, I feel like there's a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. Like, he's been kind of going through some of these big competitions and kind of, I will say, psyching himself out sometimes.
Yeah, and in addition to that, right, we've seen that Chun-Li could pose some problems for Ken. That is who Vega Patch used to take down Angry Bird. So I'm thinking that Oil King may be along those similar lines in addition to the motivation he has, right? In my opinion, as a Ken player, I think Chun is one of his tougher matchups. I'm not saying that it's like out of control, but it just, it just feels like Chun presents problems at areas that a lot of time Ken feels like comfortable at, and he doesn't feel comfortable in those areas against Chun.
Man, really well said, guys. There's so many juicy matches to get ready for. We got the countdown on our screen. It's just a matter of time now before we kick off with these games. Lots of players' fate will be determined after this block. I'm talking elimination and qualification. This is going down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Say it with me, guys. Yalla Habibi!
We are nearing the end of group stages. Not all the way there quite yet though, Atik, but some of these groups we are starting to see how they are gonna end up playing out. So right now we have a lot of people that have 4 games played, 5 game plays, and there's only 6 games per player. Right now we are getting into crunch time.
Exactly, we're very close to know who's gonna make it to the playoffs. أعزائي المشاهدين، الرحلة صارت جدا أصعب وكلنا على أعصابنا، نبغى نعرف من اللي كمل المشوار ومن اللي راح نودعه. المباريات بدأت توضح أكثر، النقاط بدأت توضح، والمجموعة الحالية بالأصح قربت توضح برضو من اللي راح يكمل معنا المشوار. تغييرها برضو هو صعب. خلينا نتعرف على اللاعبين ونرحب فيهم على المسرح.
You know what, Teek, there's some weird joke going on Twitch and Twitter and everything. When you're speaking Arabic, for some reason people think that I'm looking at you and smiling and not knowing what you're saying.
Well, I believe that you do understand what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, exactly. So look at that. Oh, look at that synergy.
Yeah, we have a good synergy here. So,
so we completely understand. He taught me Arabic and I taught him Ebonics. That's called cultural exchange, okay? There's nothing wrong with that. Now, with that being the case, we do have our next match ready. Let's take a look at our first competitor. Problem X, one of the greatest Street Fighter players of all time. Someone who has guaranteed his spot in the history of fighting games already, and he is still a young man with so much more work to do. Problem X right now is not having the easiest time in this bracket, and of course, he is using some Lily, which is a bit surprising. I think there might be a little bit of a change after this event, but right now, he is trying to get his W.
Exactly, but his opponent, he hasn't lost a single match. So we're gonna see how it's gonna go. And it's really tough for Problem X also to get qualified. Like the chances are very, very low. But we're not gonna lose hope. He's still here and he's still gonna play, and we're gonna see how he's gonna perform. أعزائي المشاهدين، شفنا بروبلم اكس في منافساته وفي مبارياته الماضية كان مبدع ومستواه كان يتحسن، لكن وضعه الحين في المجموعة صعب جدا على انه يتأهل. ممكن يقول السيناريوهات هي اللي راح تحكم شلون هل بيقدر يكمل باقي المشوار معنا ولا لا، لكن في نفس الوقت خصمه ما انهزم أي مباراة، وخلينا نرحب فيه معنا هنا. أعطونا تحية لبيج بيرد. لاعب الصورة، لاعب كبير، كلكم تعرفونه، كلكم تحبونه. هذه جماهيريته وشعبيته موجودة هنا في الأرض، خصوصاً بعد ما أبدع في رحلته في بطولات العالمية. هنا فرصة للتعويض، زميله قدر يحقق بطولة ايفو، ممكن هو برضه يبغى يحلق ويلحق معه في البطولات العالمية هنا معنا في Gamers 8.
This is pretty much a final boss fight if you know about the world of Street Fighter 6. Two of the greatest players in the world, and of course, Big Bird up to this point is undefeated in this event. He has the crowd, the entire country, the entire Middle East behind him right now. Big Bird, Problem X, you may take your seats. It is time for us to see this amazing battle. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to send it over to our commentators.
أعزائي المشاهدين، كلكم مستنين هذه المباراة، فما نبي نطول عليكم أكثر، خلينا ننتقل مع المعلقين.
All right, it is time to kick off this absolute blockbuster of a group here, Logan. We've got some exciting matches on the way, and we're kicking off with two champions and two very well-versed training partners, actually. They play quite a lot, don't they?
Absolutely, they got years of experience going head-to-head across multiple iterations of Street Fighter, but right now, Big Bird is definitely in the driving seat when it comes to Street Fighter 6. Problem X looking like it's unlikely he's going to be able to make it out of this Group E at all, with NuckleDu winning his 5th game to put him at 4-1, but Big Bird sitting there at 4-0. He has only dropped 1 game across those 4 sets with a huge lead here in this group. And if he can close out another win against Problem X, that will see him absolutely firm for the top of the group. But we might be seeing something changing from Problem X since they played yesterday, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So we potentially will see one of Problem's other characters. You know, we did say in the interview with Mike earlier that he might be switching up a bit, and we saw that against NuckleDu. The Blanca pick was working to an extent. Du did close that out, but Problem definitely showed signs of brilliance, and there it is on the screen, guys. We are getting the Blanca pick from Problem X. He's going to test his might here against Marissa, and Big Bird is, you know, really, really dominant with this character, and we've seen it many, many times. And that set with Mena going down to the wire, you know, in the reversal TNS suite. Very, very strong performance from Big Bird. Unable to close that set out, very down to the wire, but let's see how Problem does here in the same matchup.
Yeah, I mean, they played yesterday. It was a clean 2-0 for Big Bird against the Lily. Not able to follow up after the wall splat, but he's in the corner exactly where he wants, and the Gladius pressure. Problem X fighting his way out already. He's got a lot of combos down, right? But it's more of the mix-ups and the pressure strings, the shenanigans that Blanca has that might take him a little while longer to get completely fluid in a match situation.
Yeah, and you can see right here, the spacing is definitely there. It's just Big Bird. Oh,
beautiful, perfect parry.
On the Gladius punch. Perfect timing from Problem X to the wire. Oh, no anti-air. Okay.
Yeah, we saw that a couple of times against Du as well. There was a lot of jump-ins from Du, and Blanca, of course, has that roundhouse kick, starts up so quickly. A fantastic anti-air tool for Blanca.
Yeah, and get such big damage off of it, you know, like in a game like this, having damage off an anti-air is such a nice luxury. There we go, level 1 does not kill though. Marisa holding on with that high HP, but the Blanca-chan doll saves Problem in that first round, and he's going to take it.
Was able to activate it with the electricity.
Yeah, very nice.
Wow, Ball just beats out the Superman punch.
You can see the crowd right here in the Gamers8 arena.
Okay, gets the extension, and we're going towards the corner. Not quite there yet. Charges the Gladius, and Problem.
Yeah, I like
parry again. He gets out of the corner though.
Oh, here we go. That could work out in the long run though. Safe jump there from Big Bird. Gets the grab. It's not going to be enough. Needs one more situation here. What's it going to be? All right. Next backing off. He does have that level 2, so he could potentially try a robbery round if he wants to. Ah, the parry recovery getting him into trouble there. Big Bird with a regular grab takes it.
Back and forth business.
Okay.
Traffic light, flashing lights down at the bottom, police car. Both on level 3.
Yeah, there you go.
Obviously a lot scarier when Marisa has access to that level 3.
Yeah, any whiff punish just becomes even more devastating, you know. Here we go. Oh my goodness, that crash medium punch. It's got to be one of the best neutral buttons in the game. Incredible.
So active, a fantastic button to buffer behind drive rush extension.
Absolutely.
Expecting to see a level 2 from Problem at some point.
Yeah, I think so. We might see it now. There you go.
There we go.
And this is where the robbery can begin. What's he going to go for here? Set up time. Mix. Okay. Oh
my God, the perfect parry, and that was unbelievable.
Yeah, he's going to level 3 for the burnout. Yes, it's going to be scaled, but look at the situation. Big Bird's going to get on top of this. Problem X does have level 1, does have a last chance here to get out of this situation, but it's going to be rough. Let's see. Coward crouch. Oh, he's out.
Yeah, he uses that last bit. Level 2 super as well, but it doesn't matter.
Marisa, that damage output is just so high. There we go. Big Bird taking that game, but it was not an easy victory for him. Okay, we're going straight back in. A perfect parry early on from Big Bird nets him this big corner carry. Safe jump. Problem X having to defend it. It's got to be rough knowing, you know, going into a matchup willingly, knowing that Big Bird has studied and labbed this character and
played an incredibly long 19-game set against one of the very best out there. But what better practice or Problem?
Yeah, I respect it. You know, at this point in the group stage, you need to be taking those risks if you're Problem X. Could be out of the running, but you know, still a good chance to polish some of these characters. Nice throw, doesn't kill though. Looking to activate. Oh, Blanca-chan's gone actually. If you leave the screen, he will disappear. Okay.
Yeah, they're collectible, those plushies. Someone come along and pick it up.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Take it away.
Bro, they'll be gone if I see them in the store, bro. I'm trying to buy them, Capcom, please.
You can only get them in the arcade, in the Capcom arcade in Tokyo. The only place. I think it might be in Osaka, but yeah, in Japan.
Pretty cool.
Can't buy them.
Capcom missing a trick there, boy.
Absolutely.
Okay.
That's medium punch again. Straight to the level 2, so it's mix-up time. Let's see what Problem X has to offer here.
His setup. Oh. Blanca-chan. Oh, wait. Oh,
nice. That's very smart.
That's the Marvel tech. You just grab and just eliminates everything on the screen.
Fully invincible, of course.
Ooh, back throw here. Big Bird on the... Looking... Oh, my goodness! Oh, look at this! And that's
something out.
And he might have actually CA'd after that, to be honest, for the guaranteed chip. But Big Bird
just makes it an even better situation for Big Bird because he didn't have to use any of it. He's got the level 3 as well going into this final round, and it's set point.
Okay. Rainbow Ball. Oh, wow.
Punish counter, as mentioned, to extend the combo.
Wow. Yeah, you see Drive Rush Hop go so far.
Crazy.
Gladius Punch. Oh, you're good. Bro, this is dead. That's it. Thank you for playing. Game's over.
Yeah, another extension. There we go, into the level 3.
Look at that. 70% damage combo.
Yeah, a shy 65%.
And Big Bird able to...
A very modest combo.
And you know, if he was streaming right now, you know what he'd say? Clip that. Clip that, bro. That's what he would say. Like, and we just saw it, bro. The damage was insane. So one of you guys out there definitely, bro, I could see all of you in the stream chat enjoying that one right there. If you've ever watched one of Big Bird's streams, that will come as no surprise. The damage that character can get off of a reversal punish.
Any kind of punish counter, any counter hit. As I said, when that level 3 is stocked, and there's drive gauge for the extensions, it's a crazy time.
Ahlam Fikum. We are here at day 2. Did I say that good?
Yeah, it was great.
Come on now. I thought I didn't know any Arabic. I was asking just to test in right there. I see the crowd clap a little bit. But we are here at day 2 of Gamers 8, and we just saw Big Bird continue his dominant run throughout this group stage. At this point, he is guaranteed to end up in that top 16 playoff, and Problem X, unfortunately, will not be moving on.
Yeah, exactly. Big Bird, he already won now 5 matches, and he only have 1 more matches. I think that match is going to be for fun because he already got qualified now for the playoffs. أعزائنا المشاهدين، شفنا المباراة الأولى، بيج بيرد يقدر يحقق فيها النصر على بروبلم اكس، ونقدر نقول هارد لك الحين بالتوفيق لبروبلم اكس، ما قصر. فرصة الحين للتأهل صارت مستحيلة لأنه من جد أدى أداء ممتاز، وخسر المباراة اللي قبل شوي اللي كانت جدا صعبة. لكن باقي عندنا المباراة ومن مجموعات ثانية فيها تحديد لمن اللي بيكمل باقي مشوار، والمجموعة الثانية برضو تقريبا وضعها شوي واضح لمن اللي بيكمل معنا وبيتأهل، لكن بتكون جدا صعبة. فخلونا نتعرف على اللاعبين ونرحب فيهم هنا معنا على المسرح.
And now it is time for us to get into our next match. Let's bring in our first competitor. Kills you. Kills you, of course. I would say has to be, what, the second youngest player, I would imagine, or something at least around that in this event. Of course, him and Endon Walker, some of the youngest players that we have in the scene that compete at a pro level. We saw how amazing Killjou's Karen was when it came to Street Fighter 5, and now in 6, he is bringing that talent over.
Yeah, definitely. He's one of the youngest here to compete, and if this is his start, or like he's already known a player and he's already achieved a lot, but I know for sure that this player is going to be a legend later when he continue competing in the next tournaments as well. أعزائي المشاهدين، كيلز يو شفناه مشواره كان جدا صعب في منافساته، لكن أنا متأكد اللاعب هذا بحكم صغر سنه مشواره ومستقبله ما زال أبعد، وعنده فرصة أكبر أنه يرفع في اسمه أكثر. صحيح متواجد معنا الحين، وهذا برضو بحد ذاته إنجاز كبير، وحتى هو برضو أصلا بشكل عام حقق بطولات، وهذا اللي أثبت جدارته ووصل له برضو معنا في المرحلة الحالية. موقف الحين في المجموعة جدا صعبة، خصوصا أن مباراته الجاية ضد واحد كلكم تعرفونه، ضد الشامب نقدر نسميه. خلينا نتعرف عليه ونرحب فيه على المسرح. سمعونا تحية لأنجري بيرد، لاعب الأسطورة، اللاعب المتقدم والمصدر برا المجموعة. صحيح انهزم مباراة واحدة، لكن ما زال عنده الفرصة انه يكمل باقي المشوار، خصوصا انه بطل العالم في ايفو. شفناه حقق انتصارات وحقق بطولات اكبر، مشواره مستمر معنا وراح نشوف متعة عالية. لاعب كلنا نحبه وكلنا نعرفه وكلنا وراح يمتعنا حتى برضو في منافساته وفي مبارياته. الحين هذه مباراته بالنسبة له، اذا فازها بيضمن التأهل وبينتقل معنا الى البلاي اوفز. كلنا راح نشوف المباراة كيف راح تكون، فخلونا نبداها.
And just like that, the Evo champ has made his entrance. Kills you, Angry Bird. You may take your seats. We are about to see an absolute bloodbath. Angry Bird versus Kills You coming at you right now. Let's send it over to our commentators.
Well, being a champ is difficult, of course, but being there or at least holding it there is more difficult. So we're gonna see an amazing game. أعزائي المشاهدين، عندنا المباراة الحالية. صحيح معنا البطل، صحيح مشوار برضو البطل صعب، لكن الحفاظ على اللقب برضو او الحفاظ على اللقب البطل اصعب. خلونا نبدا المباراه وننتقل لكم مع المعلقين.
All right, it is time. It is all to play for here in Group D. It's going to be Angry Bird, the Evo champion, going up against the young player Killjou, looking to make a name for himself here in Street Fighter 6, as he did in the 5th edition.
A very shocking hiccup in the path of Angry Bird as he lost 2-0 to Vega Patch earlier on. Killjou desperate to get more wins on the board. 1-3, the losing record, and that Vega Patch win is a huge deal for him, so he's going to need to get an upset here. Of course, it was Angry Bird who took the win yesterday against Killzy.
Yes, and this group here, as opposed to the early group, which was a bit more, you know, the outcome was almost decided before they went into the game there. This one is all to play for here. Angry Bird 3-1 in his games, Killzy 1-3. If Killzy manages to get a good result here, it could heavily sway the outcome of this group. So it is all to play for right now, but the pressure is on Killzy, and that is no small feat to get a good victory over the EVO champion. Let's see how this one goes.
It's going to be a huge ask, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Of course.
It's not going to be easy. Of course, Jury on the side of Killzy, Angry Bird with that Ken of his that has just been, you know, making waves and won him EVO just last week.
All right. No neutral in this one. It's going to be Drive Rush City.
Oh, 2 perfect parries in a row. Killzy already sending a message with those. But let's see
No
how.
OS to it, though. But
Yeah, just that's interesting because I guess there's a couple of options you can do there. Sweep is good. Hard kick.
wow, there you go. You can do that on reaction every single time on projectile release. Angry Bird has such incredibly good knowledge of this game. Obviously training so much, putting in so many hours with his partner Big Bird on stream, off stream.
Yeah, that's true. And I feel like for Jury especially, you know, that was one of the characters that really early on was, you know, being looked at as one of the strongest characters in the game. You know, look at like CEO with that, you know, Jury dominance. And that's going to be one of the characters that a guy like Angry Bird's really done the homework on and studied. Oh, look at that. Beautiful shimmy there.
Got the level 2 if he needs it.
Oh, burnout here. This is huge for Killzy.
Yeah, especially if he can activate this Feng Shui.
Nice.
Nice anti-air.
That's going to be it. Nice. Close out the combo here. Nice and simple. Beautiful stuff from Killzy. You see how
very sneaky drive. Impact slipped in there as well. He was able to get the kill without spending any of that super meter.
Yeah,
a huge comeback.
He managed his drive gauge beautifully there, and the anti-air crouch heavy punch was so on point. Okay, up and over. Due towards the corner, but Angry Bird again looking a bit bleak with that drive gauge right now. Killzy going to be looking to take the burnout whenever he can, and we saw it. That was the deciding factor in the first round. Oh, challenge. Okay. Dragon Lash over the fireball. How does he know?
That one was preemptive as well.
Yeah.
For the
great read right there.
Wow, nice counter hit confirm off the medium kick. Gonna close it out with the drive rush extension off the double lights.
Damn. Beautiful stuff.
All level.
That's what it takes. Okay, I wonder how many juries were in Angry Bird's path at EVO. You know, you've got to imagine there was a few.
Well, there was a jury that took down his training partner. I know Big Bird was sent to losers initially by a jury player.
Yeah, and Killzy got some good results at EVO as well. You know, so eliminating CN.
33rd, was it?
Yeah, 33rd.
Earlier.
Really, really great
Huge
run.
drive gauge lead here for Angry Bird along with the life lead.
Nice.
But here we go.
That was great. Get good Oki, get that drive gauge back on track for Killzy. Here we go. Let's see what the pressure will be. Angry Bird gonna have to defend successfully right now. Oh, just backs off. Killzy does go for that shimmy fairly often with Jury. She gets a huge reward from it, but don't forget.
Oh no!
That's massive. Burnout.
Burnout as well. He's gonna have to hold this.
Okay. Oh. Oh, that's dead. That's
Oh my
dead.
gosh!
And the DP off of that was so good. Killzy right there, looking solid, and that is what he needs. Straight back in.
As Angry Bird been thrown off after that loss to Vega Patch.
Yeah, that could be, you know, it might not be his day.
A real momentum killer for him, perhaps.
Oh, coming at ya.
And these have all been really sort of tense comebacks. Oh my god, he's not reacting.
Too far. He went for crouch heavy, wanted the maximum damage, a bit too far away. Oh, and this could be...
side switch.
Oh, of course. Listen, it's Ken Masters.
Tries to cut it short, baiting something out. It doesn't come.
Ah, there we go. Shorter you can. Angry Bird could be back on form here. Dive kick to escape.
Dive kick to escape that anti-air. Yeah, we both saw it.
Yeah. Gotta have those, man. Listen, as a jury player, you
Double
need to know
drive
that.
rush.
Oh.
Kills you in burnout.
Ah, not far enough though for the wall splat. Anti-air dragon punch. That's gonna be chip out. Wait,
No!
he was out of burnout. Just in time.
That is a huge miscalculation
Oh my God,
from
he's
Angry
done.
Bird. Oh my god.
He's lost.
And he's lost again. Another comeback from KillzU, and Angry Bird not paying attention to the drive gauge. At the exact moment, KillzU came out of burnout.
Oh, this could be exactly what KillzU needs. Okay, Angry Bird realizing it, goes for the shimmy throw there, pays off, doesn't go for an anti-air DP. Could have got in trouble if he tried. Okay, good block. -3. Yeah, so you take that throw. Go time. All right.
Goes for the corner carry. Tech.
Oh, that's amazing. I love these parries. KillzU.
Perfect parry as well. He can definitely sweep after that.
Yeah, sweep or stand heavy kick perhaps.
Oh, waits out the anti-air.
He knew the range. He didn't press a button, Logan. That was so smart.
Incredible.
Bro, that is...
He's showing so much knowledge in this matchup.
That was beautiful. Jury's anti-air, of course, goes straight up. Okay, here we go. Angry Bird has to stay alive in this.
Bro, it was out of range and it still came out from negative edge.
Okay, KillzU. All right. He got the hit into level 3. Here we go. This is a massive opportunity for KillzU. He could potentially close out the game right here and now. But let's see how Angry Bird defends on this level 3 Oki again. Just blocks it. Oh, that's going to be it. Level 3. No, he got it. There, that's it.
He couldn't get the cancel off the low forward and drive impact back. And for what seemed like the 10th time, he got splattered against the wall in the corner. No reaction to the drive impact.
That was beautiful. And that, look, Angry Bird right there is going to go down to KillzU. What a closeout there. That was so good.
What a terrible day 2 it's been so far for Angry Bird. But a great sportsman, as we've always seen.
Oh, of course, of course. You know, he will not blame that on anything but himself. Beautiful stuff for KillzU. Incredible.
Rumble, young man, rumble. KillzU. Just upset probably everyone in the audience, assuming that Angry Bird would be the victor right there. But that jury was looking absolutely phenomenal. Man, that one thing was weird though. The stand heavy punch to the EXDP that Angry Bird did in the left corner, that was a little iffy right there. But outside of that, man, KillzU played absolutely amazing. Very strong performance for him to take down Angry Bird. And that group got a little weird now too.
Yeah, exactly. This group now, it's messed up. They all have one more match, and that match is going to decide who's going to make it to the playoffs. أعزائي المشاهدين، المباراة اللي شفناها قبل شوي كانت جدا صادمة. تفوق فيها KillzU وقدر بعد ما فاز في هذه المباراة لخبط فيها المجموعة كلها. كل اللعيبة الحين موجودين معنا في المجموعة عندهم مباراة واحدة بس هي اللي راح تحدد من اللي راح يكمل معنا إلى البلاي أوفس. اللي جالس يصير لخبطة تامة في المجموعة، خصوصا أن اللاعب اللي فيها هو بطل إيفو فيها، فمن جد اللي جالس يصير شيء غير طبيعي. I can't believe it yet.
Angry Bird being up here, I feel like we already fed the streets. Everybody wants to see Angry Bird, of course. But did you guys think that we were not going to come back to back with some heat? Let's take a look at our next competitor. Daigo, the Beast, Umehara! Daigo, the Beast, is the most iconic fighting game player of all time. So many of us were raised watching his matches, got into the FGC from even being inspired by this man. And of course, we've seen him win Evos. We've seen him actually dominate in multiple games outside of just Street Fighter. But of course, this is his bread and butter. And today, he's in rare form because he was actually right there when we put the camera on him. This is special.
He made it here, and he also beated every single one in the group once. So if he make it again, he's gonna be in the playoffs already. أعزائنا المشاهدين، عندنا دايجو قدر يفوز على الجميع في المجموعة، لكن زي ما انتم عارفين ان كل لاعب في المجموعة راح يلعب مع الثاني مرة ثانية، فهذه اللي راح تحسم بالنسبة له. إذا قدر يحقق الانتصار، إذا قدر يفوز فيها، راح يضمن التأهل. كل يحتاجه يمكن فوز واحد أو فوزين يضمن فيها تأهل معنا إلى البلاي أوفس. لكن خصمه برضو انتصر على الجميع، لكن انهزم منا مرة واحدة، وهذه فرصته للتعويض. خلونا نرحب فيها على المسرح. رحبوا معنا في هوت دوغ. لاعب لا يقهر من جد، يحقق انتصار واحدة ورا الثانية، يبغى يعوض هزيمته اللي كانت ضد الدايجو، لأن هذه فرصته الحين للتعويض النقاط. هم الاثنين كلهم مسيطرين على المجموعة بشكل جدا ممتاز، لكن مشوارهم في نص المباريات مستمر الحين معنا. يحتاج الفوز مرة مهم، لأن تعويضه أو لا صح فوزه في هذه المباراة راح يريحه منافسينا الباقيين في موقف أصعب. فمن جد الحين عندنا هوت دوغ، لعبه مثالي متميز، جاينا من هونغ كونغ، يبغى ياخذ الكاس أكيد. فمن جد كل اللاعبين يبغوا ياخذون الكاس. أنا جالس أقول الحين بس، لكن من جد اللي جالس يصير الحين معنا في اللعبة هذه وفي المباريات الحالية شيء تاريخي.
Real talk right there from you, Atik. And I'll tell you what, this match is extremely important. They are very close. Well, actually, it's not that they're close. Daigo is 3-0, and right now, Hot Dog is 1-2. The thing is, though, if you're going up to 2-2, you definitely can still make it in the top 16 with a very good chance. But right now, Daigo did beat him in their first.
I believe it's two. It's two for one for him.
Oh, I'm sorry, you're 2-1.
Yeah, 2.
My apologies. Look. Hot Dog said, put some respect on my name, Rob TV. My bad, dog. You 100% right. Hot Dog is 2-1 right now. So they are very close. And Daigo right now does have one win over him. At this point, that would tie him up. So this is a big one. Hot Dog, Daigo, you guys may take your seats and get ready for your match. Let's get into it. The Beast versus Hot Dog. Let's see it and send it over to the commentators.
كلنا منتظرين هذه المباراة، فما نطول عليكم، خلونا نروح مع المعلقين.
Okay, it is time here to kick things off with a match that we have seen earlier today on the B stream. It's going to be Daigo going up against Hot Dog, and it should be a very exciting game here. Daigo sitting at the top of his group, definitely looking solid. But let's see here if he can maintain that top position against Hot Dog.
Absolutely, Hot Dog is sitting at 2-1, but it's important to point out on the B stream, the 4 Phils just moved back into a 3-2 position after getting the win against Luffy, who has now been eliminated.
That's right, Luffy is out of the running now, sitting at 0-3 currently. In
0-4 now, actually.
0-4, oh,
yeah, that's
sorry.
it.
He played, yes, correct.
The four fills.
4 fills, defeated him twice.
Daigo sitting there at the top of the group, though, with 3 straight wins, and he has been not cruising through. He's been looking very comfortable, but he's had to work for some of these. Of course, he just played Hot Dog earlier today as well on Stream B, if you call that. You should be watching both streams at the same time. No reason not to. You don't want to miss any of these matches, but very interesting to see if Hot Dog comes back and changes this around. What we have noticed, though, through Street Fighter 6 is these games can come down to just one single decision, one mistake at the end of a very level match. See how level this one is. Ken against DJ.
All right, let's go.
Both of these characters with very explosive damage, fantastic tools to bypass neutral, and of course the corner carry as well. Daigo straight in there with the drive rush fierce.
Oh, okay. Wow, Daigo went for jump heavy there. No chance for a cross up on that button. Oh, I like that. Just cool sway through the fireball, but what he was met with was a punish from Daigo.
Yeah, extra hits done on that. Jab meant the throw was whiffed, and Daigo asleep at the wheel. Looks for a perfect parry, but he baits that out with the early knee shot. Wasn't a safe jump.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, DJ with amazing throw loop pressure.
Yeah,
so
both
plus
these
on his
characters
throw.
got ridiculous throw loops in the corner.
Oh, yeah, that knee shot.
Nice Daigo. Fortunate. Trying to bait something out with a short drive rush.
Nice. Okay. Hot Dog. Close it out with that grab. All right, looking good here. Showing some solutions. Of course, these two did play earlier on in the day, like we said on that B stream. Once again, guys, you want to be multi-streaming that, along with our main stream here. And that stream will be Gamers8 GG_B.
That's right. Knee shot gets over the fireboard. He cashes out. A little bit of damage. The ODDP, though, flies straight through, and Daigo back to the zone in.
Ume Shori right there.
Yeah. Both these characters have got fantastic pressure as well behind their OD projectiles. Ken able to do so much damage if he manages to
Reversal time in.
Yeah, that SA2.
6-frame startup. As I'm sure you know.
Punish button, yeah.
Not enough to kill there, yeah.
All the jabs.
I mean, he could have spent super to kill, but, you know, hold on to that, close it out. Had a big life lead there, but against DJ, you know, it can be risky doing that.
Looking to parry the drive rush.
Okay. Yeah.
Daigo backing off.
Yeah, and I feel like Daigo's always had that style that's just so unpredictable. Like, you don't know what he's thinking at any given time, right? So hard to approach him. Oh, and that's a full combo from that one. Yeah, we're on enhanced Dragon Punch.
Hot Dog
right
not
here.
biting, catches him in the frame trap and the side switch into the corner. Here we go. And again, Daigo busts out with the ODDP.
Yeah. Okay. Can Ken not punish the crouch medium kick from DJ every time? It's -6. What's his Dragon Punch?
I'm not entirely sure the Dragon Punch will reach.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure. Oh, that's going to be that.
One's, I think, 7. Of course, the light kick has got fantastic range.
Okay.
And there's only 5 frames.
Yeah, that 5-frame light kick is incredible. Daigo, you know, really doing a great... Yo, and you can see right there. Oh man, we're at the Sega Dreamcast shirt. There we go. One of my favorite consoles of all time.
Yeah, no 4-frame heavy DP for Ken anymore.
No.
7 frames, mate.
7! Okay, so that's never guaranteed then. Okay. All right, back in here. Game number 2.
What I'm finding very interesting is they're both kind of playing a game of chicken and condition each other with the fireballs at this mid-range.
Yeah, absolutely.
Both of them will get huge wins if they can manage to throw a fireball. And yeah, there you go. The OD Air Slasher or the OD Hadouken. Both of these characters can drive rush behind them. Of course, the projectile priority means they'll be able to get a combo off the back of it as well.
Yeah, really smart stuff. And then throwing a fireball at a mid-range game against either of these characters could also mean a single jump could essentially close the round. They're both such momentum-based characters,
yeah.
Ken and DJ. All right.
Yeah, we saw the knee shot hopping over the fireball at close range earlier in the first game from Hot Dog.
Oh, no button on the way down from Daigo. That could have been a huge punish. Okay, gets the throw here. Hot Dog out of burnout now. Another throw. Daigo picking up the pace here.
That's it short.
Yeah.
Giving Hot Dog a lot of credit.
That's a punish every time on the medium Sobat. You can't do that.
Standing like it, great range.
Yeah, Daigo, you can see here, really has done his homework. Oh, the fake out. Just cool. Such a strong tool for DJ, man. Nice. Heavy Sobat
Yeah,
there.
it punishes you for having actual real reactions. Nice. Daigo opts to go for the
Close to burnout.
opts to go for the level 3. It's not going to be burnout, but it's going to be on the verge.
Oh, answering back. Daigo pulls it out, and Hot Dog just looks lost here against the Beast. Look at this pressure in the corner now. Okay, wake up buttons.
All right.
I respect it. CA on the way here. Don't know how much this is going to help Hot Dog go in the long run.
Yeah, the animation lasts about 20 years, so he's going to be very close to recovering out of burnout.
Right. Oh.
Just cool again, sneaks in. There's the up kicks.
Wake
Daigo
up.
with wake up low forward, of course.
Wow, expecting that shimmy. Caught whatever Hot Dog tried, and there we go. Daigo with yet another win, placing him firmly atop his group, and I think that he's guaranteed out.
Yeah, 4-0 means he should definitely make it out. Actually, no. He could lose the last two. Currently, that puts Hot Dog on 2-2. The 4 fills on 3-2. So it is statistically possible, I think, for multiple players to all finish on 4-2.
Okay, interesting.
As it stands. But Daigo, of course, would have to lose his remaining games, and that is not looking likely based on the performance of the Beast.
Daigo, is it really like that? We have famously heard him say before that he actually is slower to pick up brand new fighting games, even though he eventually hits his stride. Well, right now, I cannot tell. It seems like he is already making huge strides, huge leaps, and at a time like this, where there is $1 million on the line, Daigo, I'm sure he's very comfortable, but he heard all that, and he hit that switch. The beast has come out for Gamers8.
Well, so far he's undefeatable. He won 4 matches already and without any losers. أعزائي المشاهدين، دايغو شفناه تفوق في مبارياته وما انهزم أي مباراة ولا واحدة، كلها فاز ب4 وتقريبا ضمن التأهل الحين معنا إلى البلاي أوفز. لكن باقي المجموعات زي ما قلنا لكم فيها قبل أن فيها بعض المجموعات يمكن أنها وضحت، لكن في مجموعات ما زالت ملخبطة معنا، والمجموعة الثانية برضو ملخبطة معنا. فبنشوف نرحب بالبرضو الفرق هنا معنا في المسرح ونشوف وضعهم وكيف راح يكونون برضو معنا، لأن من جد كل الفريقين او كل اللاعبين هذول عندهم فرصه مو بس لتعويض النقاط، برضو عندهم فرصه للانتقام عن نتائجهم في مبارياتهم السابقه.
What's the most famous sport in Saudi Arabia?
Soccer.
Do you think you could beat me one-on-one in soccer?
No, because I don't play. I'm not fit.
Look, I can't even talk trash. He humble. Let that be known. Nobody in the world outside of Cristiano Ronaldo himself, I think, can touch Big Hollywood in the game of soccer. That being the case, that's not the game that we're talking about. The game we're here for is Street Fighter 6, and we have our next match ready right now. Let's see who our first competitor is. King, at this point in the tournament, has not had the run that you would expect, at least so far. He only has had 3 matches though, and still has 3 more to play. He is looking for that first elusive win. But I'll tell you what, a player like him is 100% capable of coming back, because we've seen him do the same thing with Street Fighter League, and eventually he ended up becoming the champion. I will not be surprised to see the same thing here, just like he's done at events like Evo Japan.
Absolutely, this guy is a legend, and he can make it. He can make the comeback, because he played against everybody once, and I'm really sure that he actually learned how to win against them now, and we're gonna see how he's gonna perform against his opponent. أعزائي المشاهدين، أويل كينج في موقفه جدا صعب في المجموعة، انهزم 3 مباريات بدون أي انتصار، رغم أنه من أحد اللعيبة الكبار المشاركين، فإذا في أحد ممكن يقلبك النتيجة ويعوضها كاملة فهو أويل كينج، ففعلا ممكن يرجع في المجموعات. لعب 3 مباريات وباقي له 3 مباريات، هذه واحدة منها بيحتاج الفوز بشكل جدا كبير عشان يقدر يعوض في النقاط، هو تحديدا في موقفه صعب جدا، لكنه قدها. لكن خلينا نشوف قسمه بيعطيه هذه الفرصة بريحية ولا لا، فخلونا نتعرف عليها على المسرح. رحبوا معنا في تاكامورا. لاعب كبير متصدر حتى برضه مستمر في المجموعات معنا حاليا، وضعه تمام ومريح شوي، لكن ما المفروض انه ما يريح فيه كثير. تاكامورا you can come down here. Yeah. Which way you want? Yes. You can make it unpredictable like in your matches. أعزائنا المشاهدين، اللي بنشوفه من تاكامورا الحين معنا في منافساتنا الحالية. اللاعب جاينا بشكل قوي، نبغى نشوفه حتى برضو كيف يقدر يعوض في مجموعاته. انهزم هزيمة واحدة بس، يحتاج أن يكمل في باقي الانتصارات، لأنه من جد وضعه ممتاز، وحتى برضو مستواه ممتاز، ومحافظ على رتم جدا عالي. لاعب كبير ما تخاف عليه، كل اللي يشجعونه مرتاحين معه، خصوصا أنه يمثل بلده جاينا من بلجيكا.
Takamura hit you with the mix early. Now you know what it feels like when you play against him. I definitely played against him back in the day at CEO in tournament, and I don't want to talk about the result, so you can infer from there. Takamura going head-to-head with Twisted Minds and Red Bull's Oil King. Fellas, you can take your seats and get ready for your match. We are about to get into the action. Let's send it over to our commentators.
أعزائي المشاهدين، بدون ما نطول عليكم أكثر، خلونا نروح مع معلقينا ونبدأ المباراة على طول.
This is a must-win for Oil King. It's already looking almost impossible. It's very improbable that he's going to be able to salvage this. He's had a terrible day 2, losing already to Ending Walker and to Takamura once as well. He is yet to pick up a game, but hopefully he'll be able to take his experience playing against Takamura earlier today when it was a 2-0 defeat and turn it around. Takamura, though, sitting at 2-1 in the group. He's going to want to build on that. He's chasing DCQ. Wants to make it into that top 16. That Ken, though, for him, I feel like this iteration of Ken really matches his playstyle. Wild and unruly, very unpredictable.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's kind of the style that, you know, if you think back to the Gfinity days of Takamura, he was using this Ken in the same way. It was so unpredictable, so hard to get a read on what he is thinking at any given time. And yeah, this version of Ken fits perfectly into his playstyle with so many different options that Ken has, at so many different ranges, so many different situations. This character is no joke. And
I mean, he used to throw all kinds of wild, crazy stuff at you, you know, standing light kick, run that you weren't ready for. The great thing about Ken now is most of that stuff's safe. All of that ridiculously strong mix-up that he has when he gets near you. After the drive rush, he's able to use the Jinrai, frame traps, all of that stuff. Very, very difficult to deal with unless you're looking for it, and then he can hit you with some different options as well. So I think that's the big strength in Ken. He's so able to throw so many different looks at you on offense that it's difficult, probably impossible to deal and be ready with all of them. But one of the kings of chaos, one of the original innovators of that style, was definitely Oil King in Street Fighter 5. He was so difficult to handle. But here he is on Chun-Li. Yet again, the Manon not really working out for him. This is much more of a control character than you're used to seeing him use.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you're not wrong. I can personally see Oil King maybe playing a Ken to very successful himself.
Yeah, absolutely. It definitely would more fit his style. Oh my God, look at that throw. And I said, throwing in looks that you're not ready for. The drive impact early on in round 1. Gets the wall splat and he backs off. He's got a huge life lead here.
Yeah, here we go in the corner, and you've got to hold this Jim Ride pressure. Oil King, okay, the little shimmy pays off, but at what cost, Logan? In burnout state now, not looking good. Okay, Takamura.
No Tensho kicks there, they want to risk.
And okay, I was going to say, I wonder how long it was going to take for Takamura to drive rush. You know, knowing him and his history of this game.
Straight into the drive rush, fierce.
Nice.
He's so solid and yet so, I don't want to say it, but like
Chaotic.
Yes. They want to use the random word, but yes, he looks so solid when it's his time to defend, you know, the jump back air to airs. He's so ready to check things. On offense, it's so
reset.
difficult to deal with.
There we go. Oil King gets the hit. The level 2 coming. Full combo. Safe jump. And that's
perfect parry. He's going to go for the side switch.
So, yeah, not essential. It is your turn there, but it's nothing's guaranteed. Okay, here we go. Level 3 on the way here. Oil King going to be in a bad way here. Not dead, but it's close. Let's see. Takamura going to have an option. Okay, drive rush jab. Ah, reset again.
Again, the reset. He got caught sleeping, down, back in, not actively defending. So important in Street Fighter 6.
And look, you're just going to chip away now. Like, this is, yeah, that was guaranteed, because that was going to be EXDP. And that would have been that. So,
yeah, no chance of getting bailed out of burnout, as we saw in the Angry Bird match earlier.
yeah, that's that.
No escape from that.
No escape. That's a different
Takamura
character.
looking to, yes it is. Takamura looking to close it out. Oil King on the verge of elimination.
Okay, and that's what we were talking about, the unpredictable style. You know, at that Dragon Lash range, there's so much to think about against Ken.
Yeah.
You know, it's just oh my goodness, that roundhouse
How did that
landed.
beat it?
Beat her anti-air.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Just from that range, I guess it was a good choice. Okay. No wall splat though.
Yeah, he needs to check the stage diagrams, right?
All
Got
right.
off a couple of times with attempted wall splats on the drive impact.
You're not wrong, might need that training stage, then blocks could come in handy. Nice. Anti-air. Oh, but okay, burnout here. Oil King side swap for Chun-Li, nice. And this is where you want to just stay active. You don't want to give him any chance to breathe. But you can't go too crazy because that DI could be a threat. Oh, wow. Never mind, that's off the table. Burnout state for Takamura as well. What a jump!
Nice.
Oh my goodness, what an enhanced DP. And again, look, Oil King though. This could be it. Needs to close that gap now. Doesn't want to look too hungry for it though.
Yeah, respect those frames are in burnout, sir, but both of them.
Oh,
Out now.
okay. Challenge.
Oil King puts himself back into burnout, and that is going to be a punish.
You can.
And that is going to be level
Nah,
2.
Not dead. Close. Okay. They're dead now though. Oh wait, no.
He didn't press anything.
He didn't press nothing. Yeah, he tried to steal that. Takamura not biting.
Round 2.
Okay, good space in
Nicely
there.
spaced, yeah. Very difficult to punish anyway.
Yeah, -5, but you know, you're well out of range. Same with Ken's roundhouse. So many good buttons on this character and so many good options.
Yeah, big changes from the beta. I think it made a lot of difference for him. Punish counter though.
That back throw makes all the sense in the world for Oil King right now. Oh, and again,
no.
side swap for Ken. Look, he gets more damage and the follow-up. Here we go. That drive gauge getting chipped away right now. Oil King could be in danger. Oh, what an answer, but look. Okay, you're gonna have to make this last. Okay. Oh, wow.
Oh, still grounded.
I think
He wasn't
back throw-
grounded yet, hadn't landed.
I think back throw would have burned him out because it would have taken a whole drive gauge. Okay.
Fair shot.
All right. Nah, never mind.
Doesn't matter, and Takamura secures the win. That levels him up with DCQ, and unfortunately, it means that Oil King has slipped out of contention for that final 16. 0-4 now. All he can do is spoil someone else's hopes, and this group, very tightly poised, BCQ Takamura fighting it out for the top spot. Ending Walker still in with a chance, though. Lots more games to come here.
Absolutely. Takamura really looking solid right now. And we're going to see what the desk thinks about these last few matches. So take it away, guys.
Wow, Takamura going absolutely to town there. And Oil King, one of the favorites to qualify at this Gamers 8 event, is out of there, guys. I mean, I guess you can't predict anything. We've seen some crazy upsets already. True. But Oil King finishing bottom, is he 0-4?
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, 0-4. Not only just falling short 0-2 against Takamura, but he is indeed 0-4 and no longer in the running for the second phase.
God damn, that's just, I mean, and you have to give all the credit to Takamura, played out of his mind, but Oil King, I mean, Rashid couldn't come soon enough for this guy. I mean, he's...
No doubt.
Oh, yeah.
He has a very unique style of Chun-Li, I think very effective. I'm always impressed by it. His Manon also really impressed me at Red Bull Comité. But there are a couple matchups in this game that his style of play is kind of limited by the kind of character matchup. Not that the characters can't play those matchups.
You know, right.
But not the style that Oil King likes to approach. And I feel like Rashid would negate all of that.
That's a great point, though. I love that you bring that up because, in my opinion, like I said before, right, when I was trying to look smart, that I thought Chun did pretty decent against Ken. But the way that Oil King kind of plays, I think, is not the style that's good against Ken, right? Like, he likes to be aggressive. He talked about that. We interviewed him before the tournament started. He's like, I'm an aggressive player, right? So I think that brand of Chun-Li struggles a little bit just because Ken has so many tools to stop her from coming forward, right? So yeah, great stuff to Takamura for sure, though.
Majority of the time, you kind of see the way that Oil King plays. It's very movement heavy. He likes to play a little trickster type of play style in regards to getting some of these jumps in, even the down forward heavy kick. He utilizes that a lot, even the wall jumps. Well, guess what? Ken has an answer for almost all of it. Yeah. But on top of that, I think Takamura's utilization of the perfect parry has been what's been like the bane of Oil King's existence in regards to what he wanted to do, right? And it's been always a consistent attack on the drive gauge. From what I've noticed from a lot of these Ken players, it's always been that way to kind of get these checkmate scenarios. And we were talking about it in the green room, man. When Ken gets you in burnout, he's so capable of getting this chip damage sooner than most characters.
That's right.
Unbelievably accurate there, I must say, Vicious. And speaking to a guy like Angry Bird about the way he applies his Ken play, Angry Bird actually pays less attention to your health meter than he does to your drive gauge. His whole game plan is about battering your drive gauge, and even if you've got a life lead, he doesn't care as long as he drills that down. This kid just won Evo, so maybe there's something about the game that I still need to figure out in terms of how to approach, especially as an analyst and a host here. Again, guys, we're here with the STC play segment of the show. We're going to go over the last 4 matches that we had in these groups. Kicked things off with Problem X trying to keep his tournament hopes alive here, but he was up against one of the most informed players in the world right now in Big Bird, and it didn't quite go according to plan. But that Blanca pick, I must say, guys, what did you think of it?
It did way more work than the Lily, right? But unfortunately for Problem X, he just got done playing Mena in that first to 10 in the reversal salty suite. He's nice and warmed up in this matchup. But I did love Blanca, or Problem X's Blanca. I think that's, oh man, I just got to interrupt myself. Oh, we didn't see the whole combo.
Yeah, that combo was insane.
That was off the perfect parry, and it was still nearly 60 to 65%.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Come on in.
Yeah.
Come on, mate. Come on in. That wasn't exactly the right application, but the execution was good, Vicious.
I was working on it.
I'll give you a 7 for execution at least. Application was like a 3, but execution was beautiful. Get in there, mate. Get in there. And you can see there, Big Bird 5-0, very much through in first place. Yeah. It's all to play for second, I believe. Problem though. No, I think second's determined now because JBM's out and Problem's out. So that group is pretty much decided. Right. And then we had the next group that came up, guys. See if we've got more conclusions to come through for you guys here in this STC play segment. And it was the shocking turnaround in form of Angry Bird.
This was a huge surprise, right? Not to discredit Kills but he was having a rough shot earlier in his phase of the game. But I will say this. We talked about how Angry Bird focuses on trying to attack the drive gauge. Kills was not phased by that strategy. In fact, it was a big miscalculation that we ended up seeing from Angry Bird, which is an utter surprise, to say the least.
Yeah, and we were just talking about how Ken is so good at chipping you out, right? That's what he was looking for. He came in ODDP, let me get this last chip with the drive meter, came back just in time. But Kills, you did a great job, I thought. He did a great job reading the parries from Angry Bird. He threw so many parry attempts, and obviously that's 2,000 damage and taking away some of your drive meter. It's great.
This group is blown wide open now. Wow. Angry Bird was sitting pretty, just like his Nasser Esports brethren 3-0 at the start of the day. He's now 3-2. And he suddenly drops from top spot because he lost both these games 2-0.
That's right.
Vega
Yes.
Patch flies into the top spot.
Wow.
MOV with 2 wins after being 0-3 yesterday, back in the run-ins. I mean, this group is absolutely... And then, of course, saving himself with that win is kills you. Anyone here can still qualify. Exciting group. Only time will tell who makes it, guys. Then we had the one and only Umehara on form today coming into it, and he's up against Hot Dog for the second time today. They already played earlier with Daigo 1.
right, yeah.
Let's see how this one went, guys. Talk me through it.
Yeah, so they did get to face each other off over on Stream B a little bit earlier today, and that it felt a little bit more wild, and I gotta say, unpredictable. But this time around, I felt like it looked like it was in Hot Dog's favor, right?
Yeah, it really started that way, right? It felt like Hot Dog was definitely gathering intel on how to play the matchup, but my man Daigo, he's just so unconditionable, it feels like a lot of the time, right? And he matches the chaos. That was something you highlighted at the beginning of our segment, was the fact that DJ and Hot Dog can bring that, but I mean, Umehara, he lives in that chaos, you know what I mean? And he did such a good job just taking him down.
You couldn't see it, but I grabbed Ringe's shoulder as soon as I
what
saw
I
the low
missed?
forward, and the heartbreak on Hot Dog's face afterwards.
I missed it.
And look at this group, man. Yo, Daigo at the very top, still undefeated at 4-0.
Yeah, man, we got Big Bird, perfect record. The only other one I believe is Daigo also with a perfect record. And of course, Mena, who's yet to play today. But man, there's some crazy standout performances, and none of them are quite surprising performances. Despite Hot Dog's disappointment, he's 2-2, still very much in his hands. Another group where, other than the top guy, everyone still has it all to play for. I think when you're in that like 3rd or 4th spot, what you hope for is the guy at the top to batter everyone so that you can still potentially make a play for second, right?
That's a good point.
That's correct.
And let's see what it plays out. There's more groups to go through, guys. It's been tons of Street Fighter action. We're not done yet. There was more, and we're heading over to which group now? Guys, tell me which group it is that we're heading over to? Group C. Okay, Group C we're heading over to, and this one is going to be Mono coming up, man. So this is...
Mono versus Punk, who I believe are pretty close. I think Mono is 2-1 and Punk is 1-2. So it's very important for Punk to get the W right. Can they put them at even pace at 2-2? I mean, yeah, after the day that Punk had, he's one of the favorites coming into this tournament, right? He's definitely got to kind of run the gauntlet to get into the playoffs.
Yeah,
On top of that, you also have Zen and Mono kind of like leading the pack the whole way through. And it's going to be very, very tantalizing to see. I want to know what exactly it's going to be like for Mono kind of face off against the powerhouses Zen.
Yeah, I mean, there's some crazy stuff happening. Punk, obviously, with it all to do. I think he's, what you said, 1-2, right?
That's correct, yeah.
So still got the win there, not in a terrible position. And honestly, after we've seen what happened with Kills you today, MOV 0-3 after yesterday.
It is possible.
It's possible.
Angry Bird was 3-0. Now he might not make it out of the group.
It is possible.
That's the thing about this double
baby.
round robin format. I quite like it because anything can happen regardless of what's happening day one. And speaking of Punk, I believe we have the one and only Alpha with an interview with the one and only Mike Ross, 2 absolute legends in the FGC scene, duking it out. Listen, Mike Ross, let's head over to you and Mr. Punk.